we do have Coach Withers on the line from Texas State. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, guys.
As a reminder to our members in the media, that's star one to get in the queue to ask questions. Texas State will travel to Jonesboro this Saturday to take on Arkansas State. That game is available on ESPN3. So a reminder to our members in the media, it's star one to get in the queue to ask questions. Coach, if you wouldn't mind, could you provide a preview of Arkansas State and start us off with the opening statement?
Well, obviously going back to last Saturday, I thought we played a great, really tough opponent in Georgia State, and Sean's done a really good job of getting that program back up to what it was. It was a bowl team a few years ago, and they kind of fell off last year, but you can tell the talent level is still there at Georgia State, and Sean's done a good job. They're one of the top teams in our league right now, and we had every opportunity in that ball game to go win it, and we made a few too many mistakes defensively, and but I thought our kids battled really hard, and then obviously we're playing another one of our top teams in our league this week in Arkansas State, a team that defensively may be as good as anybody in our league, especially in the front seven, and offensively has a ton of firepower with Hanson at quarterback, Juan at running back, and a number of receivers with 25 plus catches and a number of touchdowns. So again, another battle this week against one of the top teams in our league.
Thank you, Coach. Just a reminder again, star one to get in the queue to ask questions. Coach, you talked a little bit about offensively in your performance. Looking down the box score, you had 10 receivers with a catch. Can you really just talk about what's working for you guys on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, I think again, I go back to what I've said previously. Since the bye week, what we've really tried to emphasize is our tempo and really just getting the ball into the guys that can make plays in our offense, trying to get it in their hands as much as possible. One of the things that we had a number of drops this past week, which we did in the week before, so we've got to be better at catching the ball, and we've got to be better at converting on third down at times. I thought the one thing we've done since the bye week is we've taken care of the ball pretty good as far as our skill players. The turnovers we've had have really come with hits on our quarterback in his throwing motion, and we threw one interception this past week. But I think our guys are offensively are starting to play with some confidence. We had a big challenge this week with a very good front seven, so we're going to have to do a really good job of taking care of the football and being able to manage their front seven with run and pass.
Our next questions come from Brooks Cubana with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Please go ahead, Brooks.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good, Brooks. How are you?
I'm all right. These past couple of weeks, close games for you guys. I mean, does that give you guys, some confidence at least going into this game? I mean, do you guys feel like you're close?
Well, Brooks, I tell everybody this, that close is good, but close really doesn't count unless it's hand grenades or horseshoes, and but there's some victories in this building that are starting to show for us, and we're doing some things better on offense. Defensively, we're struggling at times, but we're beat up a little bit more on defense right now. We're having to play some guys out of position a little bit, but overall our team's getting better. And you don't see it on the scoreboard on Saturday, but our guys are competing. I thought our guys competed their guts out Saturday against a good Georgia State team. So yeah, that gives us confidence. I tell you what it does. It gives our kids, life to look and say, hey, if we keep doing what we're doing, and if we keep working as hard as we're working and doing things, that we're gonna eventually get the corner turned. And I think our kids are excited about going to play every Saturday.
You mentioned defensively some people out of position. Like, what specifically?
Well, I mean, we've taken an offensive lineman and moved him to defensive tackle. Now that offensive lineman is a guy we thought that could do that when we first signed him a year ago.
Uh-huh.
But he played 11 snaps on Saturday at three technique for us. Ethan Yama's has been our starting bandit, and he's playing defensive end now. Jordan Mitty's been our starting defensive end. We've had to move him back to three technique into the boundary. Savion Patton and Dean Taylor are guys that missed our game this past week, and there's a good chance that they'll miss again this week. So we're a little banged up on defense. It's been that way all year long. We've lost 3 of our top 4 D linemen this year, and for us to play as well up front as we played is a heads off to our defensive staff because we've lost some really, really good players for us in our defensive front.
I'm sure you've noticed that just from what you've seen from Arkansas State, a lot of self-inflicted mistakes for them, and a lot on Saturday. How do you take advantage of that, or is there a way that you stir that up yourself?
Well, this is a very good football team, and I think if you look at our league, if you make mistakes in our league, there's so many good football teams in our league that can make you pay. You look at South Alabama and what they've done. You look at them on tape now; they ought to be up there in the mix as one of the top teams in our league. But they've had some mistakes, and they've lost some games they probably should have lost. I think a lot of it has to do with you play teams like South Alabama that force you to make some mistakes, because they've got good players too, and you have to force people to make mistakes. I'm not sure Arkansas State's just making mistakes because of talent and that type of thing. I think they're very talented, so I'm sure they're going back to work to try to fix those things. We got to figure out a way to force them to make some mistakes on our side of the ball, and see if we can make that turn into points for us.
Thank you, Brooks, and thank you, Coach. That's all the time we have for you today. We do appreciate it.
Yep, thanks, you guys.